Keep it fully planted, coming down to line. It is going to be a photo finish between the two of us. What is up, guys? Welcome in. My name is Nick and welcome to the channel. You join me today at Maple Valley in the Forza touring car lobby. We are mixing it up and going with the Hyundai, as I did receive a comment telling me that I just used OP cars. So we will just eradicate that right now. I don't want to be seen as farming the fast cars, not that I generally win or manage to survive a lot of races anyway, so it's kind of redundant, but anyway. So we're not going to qualify for this one here. We're going to see how we go starting from the back of the grid. We're just doing a couple of practice laps to get our pace. We are about a second to a second and a half off. Our first lap was a 39 flat. We were up about a second coming through the carousel section, so some reasonable pace. Not going to be pushing it right over the front, especially starting from the back, but we're not going to be one of the slowest cars in the lobby by any means. A little bit of a visual bug. As you can see, the person stood next to my car definitely isn't me, so I have no idea where I am. But what isn't a bug is you see starting there on the hard tyres. The mediums, I think, seem to give way towards the end of the fifth lap, so looking to make up some late positions. We get way off the grid nice and cleanly. There is a Civic on the right hand side who, while in the race, apparently isn't in the race, so we make up a free position off of the grid here and we wait for the inevitable turn 1 carnage, and it never comes. Everyone seemed to make it through here nice. There was a bit of dirt, bit of smoke, bit of dust thrown up. A couple of people ran a bit deep, but we managed to make it through there fine, especially with turn 2 as well. This is unheard of, especially for Maple Valley. Normally that turn 1 is a carnage area as people miss their braking points, drift wide and just go bowling. So coming through turn 3, we've still yet to see really any form of carnage here at all. Everyone's making it through nice and cleanly. We get a little bit of a tap just coming down into the carousel section here, but we just take it nice and slowly. We're, as I say, on the harder tyres, so we're not looking to make up a load of positions early. We're looking to let the race come to us in effect, but a lot of respect shown here. No one really barreling anyone out of the way. A little bit of dust coming up the hill. I think yep, we've got someone there who just, I think, lost it, cutting the corner a bit too close and sliding the car out. Now this bit is always catches people out here. Lift the throttle coming over the crest. The Audi obviously getting caught with the understeer as you get the front end unloaded coming over the crest. We are now going across the top of the hill section. People just going, now's the carnage. There we've got Civic in the middle of the road. Oh, that was close. We just happen to be positioned in the right place to get our way around that. And we are through all that carnage, right on the back of the Golf ahead of us, looking at P13. We lift coming through the high-speed right-hander coming towards the pit straight, and we put our foot firmly planted. We get through P13, P12, and we just managed to avoid the Audi that reconfigures in front of us. So a few people getting it out of shape coming down the hill here and recovering. So we are P11, P12 duking it here at the moment with the Golf, who is still on our left hand side. We are both giving each other a lot of space, a lot of respectful racing in this lobby, to be fair. I give him the inside, he gives me the outside. We've got Focus rejoining, who actually rarely pays attention to the people coming behind him and doesn't just drive straight back onto the racing line, so that was nice to see. We've got an Audi coming through and the Golf showing just how dominant it is in those straight line speed sections. We are getting very chaotic, so we lift off just to give space for yep, there's the inevitable happening, so we just lift off there to make sure we navigate our way through nice and cleanly. That gets us up into the top 10. Our focus now is just to get through the carousel section nice and cleanly to make sure that we can get a nice gap to the cars behind us. Coming through here, we make a free position of someone else getting the final turn all wrong, so we're up to P9. Now we're going to join to the back of this blue Civic here, and this is going to be some fantastic race on both our parts here. We've got about a lap and a half left to go in this one here. So I'm pretty sure this guy's on the mediums, as much as what most people have started. So we are going to be coming into the end of the race. It's going to start favouring us more than him in terms of grip, I think, here. So we take a tight line through the carousel. We get a better run up towards the uphill section. But it's just going to be a lot of duking backwards and forwards here. He goes a bit defensive on here. We swing it in to try and get the outside line. I honestly am a bit too conservative through this. We lift off and brake a little bit too much for the uphill section to avoid the understeer. We still get a little bit of it, but as you can see, the Civic pulls out a bit of a gap to 0.7, 0.8 of a second. But we do manage to close that back up coming through to the downhill section and across the line. Into turn 1, we are within half a second once again. He drifts a little bit wide during the second part of the lap, of the turn rather, and you can see we are sticking within that half second through this early part of the lap. We have a look here coming down in towards the beginning of the carousel section. We back off nice and early, we let him have it. We can just start to see the signs of the tyres starting to let go. A little bit of rear end drift there coming through, and we have a look into the actual carousel corner here. We take our normal line through here, we go slow in to go fast out up the hill, we take the tighter exit to make sure we get on the power nice and early and straighten the car up nice and early. Coming through the top of the hill, we go through the chicane, only really 0.3 of a second between us, and we are coming down to finish the race here. He takes a little bit too much speed that he's got for a tyre underneath him, he drifts off, and crucially gets a 1/10 second penalty. Now we keep it fully planted coming down to line. It is going to be a photo finish between the two of us. Oh, where do we finish? We get P7? Okay, was not considering we were fighting for P8th, we come away with P7th. This one surprised me quite a lot, and it took me a little while to figure out why. As you can see, the Vinatech there in the Audi RS3 had a 6-second penalty and finished 3 seconds up the road ahead of us. So that manages to push him back behind us, both of us here. So we both actually gain a position at the end there, but crucially with his 1/10 penalty, although that you got just carrying a little bit too much speed off into the grass, not lifting before rejoining the track and getting that penalty, means that we managed to sneak past both of them and end up with P7. So what a closing end of the race there. That was some fantastic racing, some really good quality caliber racing in this one here. Obviously it's at the front end of the grid, a lot of high level people, so it is kind of to be expected, I guess, with this one here. And we are first of the non-VW and non-Audi finishers, so we will take that as well. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please feel free to click on the ones you see on screen now. Do like, comment, and if you have enjoyed my content, please do subscribe. It really does help me out. We are very close to 100 subscribers, which is fantastic for me. I never thought I was even going to get more than, I don't know, 15 or so. Cheers for watching, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.